everybody, it's Chantel with Telly's Talking Chuck. How's everybody doing today? I hope you are well. When you're jumping on, say hello, let me know where you're coming in from. Like and follow the business page. Check out my VIP group, Telly's Talking Chuck, VIP. You can also follow me on Instagram and YouTube. If you would like to see any of my finished pieces, go to tellystalkingchuck.ca. That is also where you will find my business sites if you want to buy anything off of there as well. Let me just get into where I'm live. Hello everybody that's jumping on before I'm even able to see my own videos. Hey Sam. How are you doing, hun? So, let me see if I can get this put into groups. If you could do the same, that would be awesome. If you have any groups that want to see what we're doing, please let them know. How has everybody's day been? Today for me has been pretty good. If you are on the replay, hashtag replay and let me know when you've seen this. That should be good for now. Alright. Sam, are you still with us? Came up to 2 and now it's down to 1, so I don't know if I'm by myself or what I am. Alright, so we have... I moved the thing. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my X-Acto knife so I can cut the snowflakes open. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but... Okay, because I only see one angle again. The snowflakes that we are doing today. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try to make them all the two colors, the red and the green. Sorry, I don't even know if you can see that. So the red and the green. And then I'm going to dry it, hopefully, and then put the white just as accents. I don't know, I think that would be really pretty. We're just going to cut this open. Go. Now, I've been told to keep all of these back pieces for anything that we want to do, for accents of any sort. These cardboard pieces, because you can chalk on them as well. Today we are using ink for majority of this. It is only because my red and my green are kind of dry as my pastes, so I want to use my inks, and the inks are good for wood anyway because you're not going to really, unless you want to sand off the color, you're not really going to get it off the wood anyway. Also, we want to cut out our transfer here. Remember, these are reusable 8 to 12 times. Even more if you take really good care of them. All you have to do when you're done using them is wipe them off with water and a cloth. We do have board erasers, and I think they're badly named because you can use them on your transfers just as well. So I just think they should be just called paste erasers, if anything. Because it gets the paste off of your transfers and anything that is removable off of like chalkboards or anything like that as well. Am I missing comments? You're good? That's awesome. Sorry, I just trying to get everything all sorted out here and getting all myself confused. I'm gonna move that over there. remind me everyone where I put things when I turn around and I'm like, I don't know where I put this. This is going to be the case of I don't even know how this came off and how it goes back on. Alright, well, it's just not going back on right now. Hey everybody, how are you? I'm Chantel with Telly's Talkin' Chalk. I'm a Chalk Couture designer. If you would like any information on Chalk Couture, hashtag chalk in the comments. If you would like to know about Club Couture, which is our subscription box, hashtag club in the comments. We're just cutting out our designs here. I clearly cannot cut a straight line, but that's alright. Oh, and on that one I cut too far. Try not to cut the back or cheat. It's okay if you do. I just like to try and keep the designs together that go together, even though you can, if you choose to mix and match your designs. Now we won't be using all of these right now. I'm just cutting them out to save time for the next time. Did I cut here? It's hard to figure out which ones you've cut and which ones you haven't. Alright. So, actually, because I did that, I'm just going to put that over to the side. And we're going to color these first. So, should I make the big one red and the little one green, or the little one red and the big one green? That is our first decision that we have to make. I do have my drying tool here. We will have to use that because I'm putting on a second coat or a second color. So we want to make sure that it's going to be nice and dry, so we're going to be using that as well. So again, it's green for the big or green for the small, and then red for the big or red for the small. Which colors? Hi everybody, I see more people jumping on. Let me know where you're coming in from. And so I believe it's going to be this one and this one that we're going to be using today, as far as the silkscreen transfers. Okay, so I don't seem to be having any comments coming through right now. So I think I'm going to do the big one red and then the small one green. I don't know. I like red, so the bigger red, the better. So our inks are nice and creamy. That's what I love about them. So we're just taking a little bit like this. Now this will dry on its own if we go slow. And we can go slow because we've got nice time in and all of that, but I want to make sure that it's even on here so that there's no real marks all over it. So that it's nice and smooth. Pull all the way through. Take up all the excess as you go. Oh, well, I already started. I just saw your answer, Gail. I'm sorry. Didn't even see that you had jumped on, and all of a sudden now I got answers from you. I'm just trying not to get a lot of goobers everywhere. That's why I'm going kind of slow and stuff, but making sure I'm catching all of the places as best as I can. Almost should have taped up the sides so that I didn't have to pick it up off the sides so much. We do have tape that you could tape it off if you wanted to not paste on certain spots. People use it all the time and love it. So if you want, you can go onto the website and grab that as well when you're placing your order. Trying to make sure that there's no glaring spots where I've missed, but I know this whole thing hasn't been done yet. I haven't gotten that far. What I think I'm going to do, instead of blow drying this right away, I'm going to put it off to the side and do the green, and then I'm going to come back and do the red and blow dry it, and then come and do the green and blow dry it, just to give it its own natural time to dry, and then it might actually be easier for me to dry it. Again, trying to make it as thin as possible, just so that it's covered, but it doesn't have a big globbiness. It just makes it cleaner and easier to dry. But some places do need a little extra because it's seeping into the wood, which it tends to do sometimes. You just have to add a little bit more. It's not a big deal. Because as it dries in, my red is looking pink and it looks funny to me. It's funny to me because I'm putting it down as red. It looks pink as it's drying to me, and then I look on the screen and it looks orange. So I've got 3 different colors looking at me. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to the side, bring this one over here, and we're going to do the green. And I had that upside down, so all the ink is now going to be on the lid. Oh, maybe not. It's thick enough that it stayed in its plot. Again, just grabbing a bit more of the green. guess any of the green at this point, because this is the first time I'm using the green. For this project, anyway. When you're decorating, what colors do you tend to use most? I'm actually really curious. Even if you're on the replay, let me know. Even those scared to comment, nobody's gonna bite, I promise. We all just want to talk. I like knowing people's color preferences and stuff like that. Because my ultimate goal is to make stuff for people, so if I know what colors you guys like, I know what colors to make for you, or what colors to use for the creations of my projects. I'm doing the red and green thing just because it's Christmas, but I guess you could also ask, what colors would you never use in your decor as well? It's funny, I've always heard that red brings out anger, and I love red, so I'm like, I want everything in red. I'm like, how can red make you angry? I know that that's what they call it, like when they're talking about emotions, they call it red in anger, but I don't know. I don't know how that can be a thing. Do you guys have any colors that bring out certain emotions for yourselves? I'm going to go over this just a little bit more, just because I'm finding that it's not really dark. I'd like it to be a little darker than it is at the moment. Try not to get that big globbiness again, but there we go. I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. Put this off to the side now. Oh. Gotta watch myself though, because this is ink, so I don't want to ink everywhere. Especially when I'm picking up both. I am going to be putting a different side on, or a different color on the other side at some point. Probably not today. We'll have to figure out what colors we want to use. If you're watching the replay, let me know what colors we should do on the backs. So you say reverse green, and then give me another color. Reverse red, give me another color. Trying not to get it on myself, on my clothing. So here we go, we're just going to dry this up. Might take a couple of minutes, but It looked a little globby here, so I'm just making sure that it's not going to come up. I am going to fuzz my transfer so that it's easy to pick it up, so it's not going to try and pick up all of this ink, hopefully. I'm just pulling the transfer away because I don't want to heat it up, because the adhesive will get really sticky if it gets heated. And I don't want to ruin the transfer, and I haven't even used it yet. So when I'm done blow drying this, I'm going to leave it sit for a minute, and I'm going to blow dry the green. We want it to go back to room temperature, because if I put the silk screen on it, it will make the adhesive tacky and I won't be able to get it off. Okay, so now we're going to do the green, and I'm just going to move the red over. Ooh, it is quite warm. Alright, now we're just going to do the green. Again, if you want any information on Chalk Couture, hashtag chalk in the comments. If you want to know about Club Couture, hashtag club in the comments. If you want to see any of my past videos, you can go to YouTube and check out Telly's Talkin' Chalk. They're on YouTube. You will find photos of my stuff on Instagram. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple. Oh, this one's even harder. this is a little tacky on this side. Let me see if I can. That's why it's nice to get a thin layer because it dries quicker, but sometimes it's hard because the color doesn't always come through right away. And so you make it thicker. Ooh, that's hot. So again, for the big one, I think I have to use this one. I don't think this fits on anything else. Paul, can I get you to do me a favor? Can you pass me my fuzzing cloth? It's too far away from you. Right. Unfortunately, I pushed certain things too far away. Thank you. Some things I meant to push away, some things I didn't. Alright, so this is just fuzzing. All it is putting it down on a towel and getting some fuzz up on it so that it doesn't stick too hard to your transfer. It being wood, it will stick to it and bring up the fibers in it, and we don't want that. Especially if it's unfinished wood. This is from Chalk Tour, so they know what they're doing with their wood. But if you're just getting any old piece of wood, it can bring up a whole bunch of stuff. Now keep in mind, I also said these are reusable 8 to 12 times, so they have to make them super sticky. Hello, Amanda. How are you? These are super, super sticky. So, and these are the first times I'm using them, so that is why I'm doing this so many times. We want to get a whole bunch of the lint on the back. How are you, my friend? Thanks for catching me live. I'm also giving the snowflakes time to dry up a little better too. Now this isn't hurting the amount of times you can use the transfer. It's just putting some stuff on the back, and then when you wash it off, it comes right off. It's not a big deal. I'll put that in there. Alright, now I'm going to see if this all is going to work for me right now. I want to kind of line this up as best as we can. I am a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff, so. Okay, we could be in big trouble already. Because I barely even put this down and it's stuck on. But this is exactly what I'm saying. So you just have to pull it up nicely. Still really sticky. Just putting it back down on the fuzzing cloth again, just because you just saw how sticky it was. And it is because it's also on wood, so it tends to adhere to it a little more. And it's got a lot more of the green, so it sticks a lot more. Whereas if it only had a little bit of the green and there was more surface area that you would be chalking, it wouldn't be able to hold on as well either. So it all just depends on the design as well. Okay, I'm gonna make this as straight as I can so that I'm gonna put this on. Let's see how. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make sure that it's where it's supposed to be, because I know people say there's a way to figure this out easy, but nothing I seem to do makes this easy. Let's see if I put it this way. I will put it back down for you in a second. I just want to see if I can do it this way any easier. So that I can see the background. There. So we're just pushing this down lightly, making sure there's no bubbles. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white, my third squeegee. You can get packs of 12 of the squeegees, so when you're doing multiple projects like this, where you are multiple colors on a project like this, you can not have to wash them off every 2 minutes and just do it all at once like this and then wash it off after. If you can see me, give me some hearts. I don't see anybody on me with me right now, but my video is seeming to be chopping on me on my end, so I just want to make sure that everybody can see that wants to be able to see. Is it okay over there, Paul? Okay. Okay. It's just giving me your video has been interrupted like twice now, so just checking. I have my husband working on in the background, making sure everything's running okay. So now I'm just scraping up all the excess here, moving down to the next part. And it's okay if you get it on the transfer, because you're going to be just washing it off anyway. It's not a big deal. I could be going, like, I'm really going slow in like little bits because it is only a little area. But, I mean, you could slap it on and you'd be alright, because you can wipe it right back off. It may dye it a little bit, but it's not going to hurt the silkscreen as long as you get the ink or the paste out of your silkscreen part, which is the part that I'm trying to get to go out on my surface. Our chalk pastes dry quicker than our inks do, so I have a little more time. Usually I'm saying how I have to go a little faster, but as you could see, even when I was trying to dry it, it wasn't drying as fast. So if I'm taking a little more time to paste here, or ultimately paste or ink here, it's perfectly fine. The only time I'm gonna maybe have a problem is if the transfer decides it wants to pull up the ink because it wasn't fully dry. The red portion of it, at least. It might pull up all of it, I don't know. We will have to see. Are we ready to see the final project? Or the final product, whatever. Of this one, at least. Try and pull this up nicely. And it's okay if it's not perfect, because ultimately you just want the design on the inside a little bit anyway, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And I'm trying to pull it as evenly as I can all around, thinking maybe that'll be easier to get it off. Normally I would just pull from one side, or like from the top down, or from side to side, but I'm breaking the rule this time. I tend to do that a lot. It's not always a good thing, but it works for me sometimes. Let's see. Keeps locking itself back down on me. This is going to be an interesting fast mo video. Paul, I might actually need your assistance, because every time I pull one side, it goes back down, and then, so can you just... That diamond didn't work at all. Alright, so we're going back over it again. Thumping on the poor thing. As much as I said I don't mind if it didn't go through all the way, like part of it wasn't going through at all, so that's not good, because you want to be able to see the image at least a little bit. Alright, let's try this again. See, and I didn't even really push it down hard, and it's sticking really bad. Okay, so parts of it worked, parts of it didn't. That's alright. we're going to do this one. Have I given this one enough time to not be so tacky? Alright, and now this one I want to do this. Right there. We're going to fuzz this transfer again because we only fuzz the one. And keep in mind, when I say they can be used 8 to 12 times, I mean each piece. So even if you're using them on different surfaces, on different projects, you can still use them individually that many times. I'm bringing up a lot of lint on this today. Nope, still too much. When it's that hard to get off of fabric, you know it's still too sticky, because I find a lot of the time they don't like fabric that much. There we go. Now again, we're going to have to find its right spots. Oh, this one's on a weird angle, so like, I can't even almost do that. Paul, can you do me a favor? Can you come here for a second and hold this? Don't move. No, like, don't adjust for me. I need to be able to, because if you're adjusting for me and then I'm adjusting for myself, it's not going to work. I can't be laying on something, because then I can't see. Like, I can't line it. But your hands can't stay steady, so. This could be interesting. Because they did this one on an angle, and that's just confusing me. That's got it. Nope. Almost. Just. Why is that one so far off? Sorry, everybody. I'm getting stuff all over myself now. There we go. I think we got it. Might not be perfect, but we're gonna go back in with the white. And once we're done that, we're all done for the day. I won't be alive. I won't be alive. I won't be live tomorrow. I will hopefully be alive tomorrow. Unfortunately, because I have 2 meetings back to back. But I will be back on Friday. And I'm either gonna do the back side of these or the trees. You guys let me know in the comments. What you want, what you'd like to see. I'm up for both. I've got both on me. I'm going faster on this one just to see if it'll help better than the other one. Because maybe I was still going too slow for it. Try to adjust right, but it happens. Again, just trying to smooth out all of the excess. And let's pull this up. I know I got a little bit of green there, it's okay. I unfortunately have green all over my hand, so I can't touch anything. Babe, can you help me pull this off again? No, it came out almost all better. Did I not? I did though. Just did it for 1 second. There we go. Oh no, why are you doing this to me? You look like you're in pain. Are you okay?
Yep.
Alright, so then is our finished project. We have green here. And red here. And red and green all over my fingers. Just for lack of something better to show you. But that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back. And I will see you on Friday at 7 o'clock. Bye, guys.